Here's a story about a bride who hung up on her future mother-in-law 1 week before her wedding. It started with a phone call that broke a clearly established boundary, but it reveals something much bigger about control, peace, and what happens when you fought too hard for calm to let anyone shatter it. This is what went down. I never thought I'd be the person who hung up on family, but there I was, holding my fiancé's phone, finger still hovering over the red button, heart pounding. Gary and I had wanted a courthouse wedding from the start. Simple, stress-free, just us. But his mom made it clear from day one, we better not elope. She said it with that tone, the one that isn't a suggestion. So here we were, 1 week out from a wedding I never wanted to plan, broke and exhausted, trying to get ready for a rare night out. We'd set a boundary months ago. No calls after 7 unless it was an emergency. She'd been calling at all hours, 9 at night, during dinner, just to chat. We needed space to breathe. Gary had been the one to tell her, calm but firm. She'd agreed, or so we thought. When the phone rang at 7:40, Gary looked at the screen and his face shifted. He answered anyway, just in case. I watched from across the room as his shoulders tensed. It wasn't an emergency. It was about the hotel, the one where we planned to spend our wedding night. His mom had apparently contacted them herself, left her number, told them to call her about staffing for our reservation. We'd already handled it in person. The hotel had everything noted, but she'd inserted herself anyway, and now she wanted Gary to call them immediately to confirm. He told her we'd already taken care of it, that he'd follow up tomorrow if needed. That's when her voice got louder. I could hear it from where I stood. She was saying he was making her look bad. Gary tried to explain that the hotel staff didn't even know who she was, so how could it reflect on her? But she kept going, voice rising. He raised his to match. Then she said it, that she and his dad give us money, left, right, and center. My stomach dropped. She'd given us candy here and there, stuff we never asked for. And yes, there was the $5,000. But that came with a price. 2 of her friends added to our guest list, people we'd never met. She called it a gift, but we all knew what it really was. Gary yelled, "Excuse me!" I saw him inhale, getting ready to yell even louder. She was still going on the other end. That's when I heard it, the small scramble of paws on hardwood, my cats, bolting. The newest one, the little stray I'd taken in a few months ago, shot under the couch. The others scattered to the bedroom. I crossed the room and took the phone out of Gary's hand. My voice came out calm, flat. "We're busy. Goodbye." I hung up. Gary stood there, breathing hard, staring at me. For a second, I thought maybe I'd overstepped. Maybe I should have let him finish. But then he looked toward the hallway where the cats had disappeared and his face softened. I'd worked so hard to build this. A home that felt safe. Walls that didn't echo with screaming. I'd left toxic relationship behind, started over with almost nothing, scraped together enough to buy this place on my own. My name on the deed, my sanctuary. And my cats, they didn't flinch at raised voices here because there weren't any. Until tonight, maybe I should have just let them yell it out. Maybe hanging up made things worse. But in that moment, all I could think about was that tiny stray hiding under the couch, shaking. The text came through about 20 minutes later. Gary's phone buzzed on the counter. I didn't look, but he read it aloud. She didn't appreciate me hanging up on her, found it very rude and disrespectful. Then she wrote that she didn't want to feel like this at the wedding, followed by a crying emoji. Gary put the phone down, looked at me, asked if I thought he should respond. I didn't know. Part of me wanted to apologize, smooth it over, make it go away. I'd spent months trying to keep the peace so this wedding could happen without drama. We were so close, 1 more week. But the other part of me, the part that had clawed my way out of chaos and fought for every bit of calm I had, that part wasn't sorry. Every parent who's ever set a boundary knows this tightrope. You try to be respectful, but at some point, protecting your peace means someone's going to be upset with you. Was I wrong to hang up, or was I finally standing firm when it mattered most? Thanks for listening, and tell us your thoughts in the comment section.